I'm gonna go ahead and try the game itself out and see. I already know this works in Linux because I've played it. However, this is my first time playing with an Nvidia card. I have played a little bit with the desktop 3070. This one is a bit older. Does look like Nvidia drivers are installed, but resume. There we go. Looks like it's working. Okay, there it went. Alright, so we are hitting solid 60 frames a second, which I'm not sure what the resolution is set at right now, but this looks really good. Okay, now it doesn't look quite as good, but still pretty good though. Let's go see what it defaulted to. Okay, this is set at 1080p, which I'm thinking this GPU is really meant to do. Let's see if this thing can handle full maxed out settings at 1080p. This is, like I said, it's an older card. It seems like a lot of gamers are still preferring 1080p, while a lot of them are opting to go for the 1440p. But it seems like a lot of what I read is you won't be able to tell unless it's at 55 inches. Okay, so it looks like that's a little bit clunky at 30 frames a second. I'm going to move this down to high. I'm just going to apply those settings and see if that gets us. So this is about 40. Oh no, this is having issues. What is going on there? What did I do? What just happened? It was a game thing. I'm dropping down to 17 frames a second, so let's drop down. I feel like I could set up upscaling in this game. Nvidia DLSS. Oh, but this is not a new enough card. Oh, come on, guys. See, this is not a 2070 was the first card to allow for DLSS, I guess. So I really don't want to mess with. That, apply those settings. Okay, so now we're dropping to as low as 25, 24, which I prefer quality. We went down to 19, so admittedly this is a newer game on an old card, so I have to give it credit. This isn't bad although I have to try something else here. Have this set to balanced. I'm going to do performance mode. Let's see if that bumps up my, I guess that turns on the fans. Back in the old days. I want to say that's better performance. I think how much difference that makes. Guy has given me so much pain. Yeah, for on the go, this is not bad, I gotta say. So the 1070 is an 8. I wanna say it was still 8 gigs. I hope, because any game you play these days, unless it's a 2D, a 2D side scroller is gonna need 8 gigs. To me, that's why I moved to AMD back in the day. Let's see if I can. Right here. Come here, buddy. Boom. 8 frames per second. Probably could go down further. I'm not sure what else to drop down in the settings before just going down to medium. I'm okay with this though, because it's mostly playable. There's a couple hitches here and there, but when I'm just running around, it's in the 40s. So, intense action drops down to 16. This game, I think it runs on Unreal Engine 4. Gosh, this guy. Got it. Maybe I could drop that down more. Time to leave. I don't know if those orbs, those frozen orb-like things are. What I loved about this game is the more you kill, the more your health comes back. That's so important in this game. There's so much. It's so easy to just get overwhelmed with enemies. If you can kill them, you can keep going. You love to dodge though. Okay. Gosh dang it, no, what are you right now? Go find ammo. So I'm actually, the input, audio input I'm using for the voice is just my webcam on this laptop, and I'm using the GPU screen recorder, which is the Linux equivalent of Nvidia Shadowplay. And this one is universal. No matter what kind of GPU you have, it defaults to red on AMD cards, and green for the Nvidia. And, it's been perfect. I admit I haven't been using Shadowplay much, just because I've been using AMD quite a bit lately. That's been my main heavy hitting card. But on the 3070 on my production desktop at home, I used it a bit and it was working the same. So I'm really liking it. Shoot, what happened to my ammo? Gosh, I don't know what he... This guy... Damn. Oh, did I miss him? Ah, buggers. This guy's been so hard to kill. It's ironic, a more powerful system, but here I am. I may actually take him out this time. I don't know what his name is, I don't care. It's just frustration, man. Initially I thought, oh, this isn't quite as frustrating as other bosses. He's not super fast moving, but he puts that shield up. And the other thing is, it's not just him, it's other enemies that are along with him too, which, to be fair, allows me to build some health, although it kind of seems like I got health back by getting him to the shield. So when I put damage on him, I get some more health back, which is good news. Alright. Take some slicing, buddy. Do it. Alright, I think I'm gonna do it. I forget what type of Outrider I am. There's an enhanced version in this game. I forget what I picked. Trickster or something like that. Do magic. I can rematerialize behind the creatures and stuff. I opted for these instead because, well, depending on the type of weapon I pick, the frost, think of it as a frost thing, it amplifies your ammo. And if you've got 50 rounds or 60 rounds in your weapon, or 150, yeah! That makes a huge difference. Versus if it's just one single round. It's not very super helpful, especially if they're moving a lot. Alright, so I guess none of these are good, but I'm going to go ahead and disassemble them. I can't believe that I made it. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I'm so glad I beat that guy because I was frankly putting off wanting to play this again because that guy was such a pain. But here I am on the gaming laptop and I beat him. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Alright, guys, so I want to run another game of Anthem here, and there's a couple reasons for this. I'd recently heard that this game is going to be sunset at the beginning of next year, and so there is a time-sensitive experience. Number two, it's one of my favorite games, and so you're going to find me more satisfied with the gameplay and be able to talk through it with more excitement. And I'm hoping other people might become less antagonistic towards this game. Maybe other games are by BioWare are better, according to some. I don't know. I love it. So I'm going to try this out again here. This is running on my laptop. It is an MSI Nvidia GTX 1070. This thing has, I want to say it is a SATA HDD that the game is installed on. It does have an SSD for the OS. Again, this is in Ubuntu Linux, and it's 24.4.04, I want to say. It's so hard to remember the exact version number of Ubuntu, but I suppose I can check real quick while we're looking. It might not let me. Let me see if I can. About settings. Okay. While we're looking here. So it is 24.04.2 LTS, long-term support, and 16 gigs of RAM, Intel Core i7 6700HQ, 8 cores, I believe that is. I'm running with 1.1 terabytes of complete storage, 64-bit OS, running the Genome window manager. Anyway, you probably didn't care about a lot of that, but it's good to know for the nerds. So let me know what you guys want to see in this channel. Obviously I'm a gamer, but I'm also a game developer. I haven't done much on that recently because I've been pursuing other job searching endeavors and such. But in my free time, I like to do this. I like to make content that's interesting. So I have a huge collection of games in my Steam library. I think they were on. They're on a couple of the last videos that I made, and you'll see a lot of them there. A couple of the Call of Duty games, Halo Master Chief Collection. I have Assassin's Creed 3. I don't really like it. If you want to see it, I can do it anyway. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Alright, so gotta see if that cursor will go away. I feel like I got it. Might as well show you my settings here. I have HDR mode evidently works in Linux. I wasn't sure if it did or not. So this is borderless. I'm at 1080p. I don't think my screen does 120 hertz. But anyway, I'm not going to be getting above 60. Chromatic aberration, of course. I love this setting. Motion blur. Some people don't like motion blur. I do. I'm running it medium because this is an older card. I do have some. This worked last time when I did it, so anti-aliasing is nice to have, but you have to, there's some gives and takes with older cards, but this seems to be working pretty well. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Let me see if I can enable an overlay here. It's not gonna let me do any kind of thing special with EA launcher, but at least the overlay works in Linux, so you have to give them credit for that at least working. I feel like the sound's a little bit low. My system sounds a little bit low. I'm still trying to fine-tune the voice in comparison to audio. I had read that the store is off. They turned the store off. Looks like the store's still going. So I don't really care. I've got plenty of stuff I've bought over the years. I don't remember seeing those stairs there before. This looks pretty good on my laptop. It's a couple years old. I usually like to try and max out all the settings in games these days, but this is pretty good with slightly lowered settings. And I'm on the go, which is why I'm on the laptop in the first place. So for being on the go, this is pretty good. I took the I usually like to play with an Xbox controller, and I forgot to. I have a couple Xbox controllers, and the one I grabbed, it's a non-official Xbox controller, so it uses a dongle to connect, and I cannot figure out how to connect that using Linux. Supposedly there's a way to install something in Linux to access dongle-based controllers, but I couldn't get that to work, and frankly, as soon as I plugged in my USB controller, well, the one that's I guess it was a Xbox One Series S, there was a point where they had released the official controllers with standard. With mouse and keyboard. Last time I played, it seemed to work okay. I could not figure out how to barrel roll while flying, but aside from that, still fun.
Damn outlaws are robbing the graves of our fallen freelancers.
I'd love to see the FPS here, but
okay, I'm on it.
I'm not sure how to do that. I didn't. Oh wow, we've got a person that has joined us. I don't know how to say hi on the mouse and keyboard, but it is 2025. This game released in the beginning of 2019, I think, and we still have someone online with me almost as soon as I joined. It's crazy. People have talked about thinking this game was just down. Servers were down, and yet here I am playing with someone else. Cannot figure out how to do the barrel roll. I feel like I should probably get rid of that that little silenced pistol thing. I don't know why I kept it. I usually don't like the pistols or the shotguns in this game. They're just not as effective to me as a assault rifle or the snipers, or more powerful weapons. So I'm going to back to my assault rifle. I love collecting, harvest these organic things. There's minerals. You can if you get enough, you can use those to buy stuff or craft stuff for their suits. I still can't believe this is Linux. So my understanding is they recently updated the Linux graphics drivers, AMD and Nvidia, to include Vulkan interpreter. I gotta get out of here. I'm not in good shape. Vulkan DirectX to Vulkan interpretation or something like that. So shoot, I'm down. He may not come get me. Usually you get, I think you get points though if you help someone out. He's not close though. Oh, looks like he's trying to come. Yep, he's gonna make it. still really impressed with the vastness of this game. You know, visually this is more impressive to me than a lot of games that came out years later. There's a little bit of pixelation going on. I'm not sure why that's happening. I've never seen that before. Never in this game. I'm not sure what that is, but you're no match for me, buddy. And yet you're trying to fight me.
Making progress. Good.
Combo. I love the combos. There was a part of this game that I think was really underappreciated. The combo system, the complex combo system in this game. Goodbye. You're down. Uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. 'Cause I'm not used to playing mouse and keyboard. I apologize again for the voice audio, guys. I have ordered a mic for recording, and it has arrived. I just am not home to use it yet, so voice audio will be better in the future. Every time I play the game, there's a slightly different vantage point for these levels. I mean, these same missions have been in the game since the beginning, and yet because the world is so complex, even if you're playing the same missions, it's gonna look a little different because the weather effects are global. Oh. I think that was meant for like a campaign story element, the area. Okay.
We got outlaws incoming. Must have been tracking that agent. Those outlaws are here to steal from the agent. We can't let that happen.
Got it.
That's why I pick Ranger. That ultimate weapon is so universal. I'm gonna need to find some health. Okay, I did find some. Ooh, legendary!
That's the last of the damn outlaws. I'll make sure Corvus knows what you did here. Since you're in the area, I might have something else for you. No time to lose. A freelancer is calling for assistance. Move it.
Got it. On my way.
I always liked the detail they made in lowering the heat on the javelin suits. If you go downwards, you can actually lower the heat just a little bit while you're flying. Obviously, per the launch trailer for this game back in the day, you are able to fly through waterfalls and clear the heat build up on your javelin suit as well, but you have to find a waterfall to do that. But in a pinch, you can fly downwards just slightly, and still, if you have enough space, see how it goes down slightly. Just a little bit longer to be in the air before landing. Just cool.
Understood.
Normally I'm a deep shooter guy, but this game, it just, like a first person shooter, this game, it just hit me in the right way. Visually it's impressive, even though it's not first person, it isn't. It's different than what BioWare has done in the past. I mean, yes, they've done the third-person shooters, I guess, mostly stemming from the Mass Effect series, but this is it's a whole different universe, and I didn't like Mass Effect. I only officially played Mass Effect 2. But I didn't like it. So this one, on the other hand, not only did I love, I have continued to come back to it over, what is this, 6 years now? It's that good? This is a gaming laptop with Linux installed, and didn't need to do anything special. I did have to download an easily accessible Linux app called Bottles, which allows for contained Windows-based installations. So I guess this is running in Wine, the Windows emulation software for Linux, but it's correctly translated DirectX effects to Vulkan, and so it's displaying it as fast as it needs to, thanks to my graphics card. All I can say is I'm in awe, because if you're anything like me and you've been gaming in Linux before, this was a pipe dream, like, what, 6 years ago? I don't know. It's been a while since I've gamed in Linux seriously, but 10 years ago, it had to be an official Linux port, and which typically they weren't very good, because most of the big developers they didn't care about providing native Linux binaries for the game. Quake 4 was one of the few games that had native support in Linux. The Unreal Tournament franchise also did, until we get to Unreal Engine 3? Unreal Tournament 3? I don't remember that. Had any real support. See, we have 2 people here. In 2025. I wish I could do a hand thing, but I can't. So this game was not developed for Linux or with Linux in mind whatsoever, and yet it's running perfectly on an older Nvidia graphics card. If you can't appreciate how glorious that is, go spend some time and investigate, because me, as someone who's used Linux back in, I think I started back in 2002, it did not have anywhere near the potential or pipe dreams of the potential that it does now. There wasn't even imaginations of being able to get this quality in a non-native game, and so honestly I feel like one of the impressive feats of the Linux community is not that there's native support for these games, but it's that it is reaching beyond its own ecosystem to try to make Windows-based mainstream games work equivalently in Linux. And that's the one I'm going to end up keeping right there. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all these. I mean, Linux. Right now. This thing. All these. Let's see. Collect all. Okay. Mark. Unmark for salvage. Okay. And let's. I'm not used to doing this with mouse and keyboard. That's the one I want to keep. Actually, I may just mark that one too, because I'm probably not going to need it. Anyway, guys, I have to go back into free pay and select another one to get to Forge mode, to go to settings, to get out of this game without force quitting it. That's a little bit odd about this game. Otherwise, one of my favorite games of all time. Alright guys, so that concludes this video. Thanks for watching.